And this is a real good thing to take to like a potluck or like if you got a funeral or somebody's had a baby.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Here's some
Yeah.
flowers. It's in a better place. There's some Spinach Funirole.
Yeah. This is something that's easy. And kids will, they might eat it because it's got all that cheese in it. You could probably fool them about that being actual spinach. It could be something else. Like,
Just tell them it's a brownie.
right. They won't even know. They'll be like, why ain't it sweet? And you're like, it's a special kind of brownie. You might need to let that cool off for a little bit.
Tell them it's a pot brownie.
They'll be like, what the hell is that? Here, cameraman.
Oh, they seem super bad. I bet they know about marijuana brownies.
Who doesn't?
And so I think that they'll probably just be acting like they're all high, But they actually ate some healthful spinach.
Wow. Well, it's very hot. I think it's better if it cools off, but it tastes pretty good.
It kind of looks like a white chocolate
It's
pot
the green,
brownie.
the green stuff. Very hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like about Blagojevich.
What?
Blagojevich.
I think we did in an earlier episode, but not recently. He was the Illinois governor who was impeached. I should get
The
current
recent one
current
that's
events
been
points for this
impeached
shit.
for selling Obama's seat. Is that the deal?
For $1 million.
I think you should have charged at least $10 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not that much money to come up with, especially with all the fucking stimulus money flying around these days.
Yeah. That's
I've been
just.
hanging out with a lot of Chicago people lately.
Oh, yeah?
What do they think?
They don't understand why it's a big deal that
Right.
he's corrupt. Because that's how you do business in Chicago.
Right.
I think that probably
They
Obama.
teach it in our history books.
Yeah. And I think that's probably Obama had to pay $1 million. But I bet, the Rockefellers paid it for him. I think that's how it works.
Right.
But they didn't really pay it because the Rockefellers run the whole racket. So it's like, it's all just it's a false,
Right. It's something illegitimate masquerading as a legitimate political process.
It's an energy trap.
Not like a singularity.
Right.
Well, isn't a
is
singularity
good.
an energy trap? Doesn't it suck all the energy in and not let it come out?
No, it's a single point.
Oh,
It's the frontier at which you pass.
It isn't a single atom, it's a single point.
okay.
If you pass
It has no mass.
then energy doesn't escape. But energy does escape from a black hole in weird ways.
It's very
Yes.
confusing.
Yeah. I'm still up in the air as to whether they even exist. I mean, it's just data and they're interpreting it to mean
Right. It could mean, they could say it's
Could-
like
be something else.
anything, and we'd have to believe them because they're the scientists.
Right.
It's not like we can refute them.
No. It would take years to learn all the shit they had to learn.
Yeah, you'd have to spend thousands of dollars on school, plus do all the homework.
Yeah.
Suck up to all the professors.
Most of those people do their own homework too. They don't just hire somebody.
Right. You actually kind of have to know some stuff. Like Glenn Close's deceased father, who happened to discover, what was it, Ebola? Isn't that interesting?
That's fucking crazy.
Isn't
In
that crazy?
Africa. And helped with AIDS.
Yeah, he was a very important man, apparently.
Very important man. He worked for the government or something. Or the U.S. military or something.
Yeah. What'd y'all think of that?
It's pretty good.
It was delicious.
Very bacony and cheesy.
Yep. Very cheesy.
It was good.
It's the kind of thing you would expect to eat at a funeral.
Yes.
Yeah.
A casserole mash of goodness.
Right.
Lots
Something with
of-
lots of cheese.
Something that we keep on the fridge for the bereaved.
Right,
Yeah,
for
I
2
bet
or 3
it's
days.
good cold too.
Oh, I bet. And it's good
Congealy.
any time of day.
Yeah. It makes you feel better when you're sad.
Right. Must be something about the fat.
Yeah, I think so.
Should we tell them how to get a hold of us?
Uh,
Have we reached that time in the tape?
in about 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds?
Oh, well.
ColaSisters@gmail.com, MySpace.com/RC Cola.
I said wait. 30 seconds.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, well, I can wait. Does anybody want seconds?
I do.
I'm good.
Hand me your plate.
I don't want to burn my tongue. It was really good though.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
It does look like kind of a silly pot brownie.
Kind of
Like
does.
A silly, like campy version of a pot brownie, like a blonde brownie.
I'm going to have a little bit.
But instead of like getting you high,
It just
it's
gives you
just
like
healthy.
nutrition.
Yes, that's a big. This would be good at kids' birthday parties.
Yeah.
Happy to get old.
ColaSisters@gmail.com. MySpace.
MySpace, and I'm not the only Shastack out there. So give a shout out to my other Shastack friends.
Okay.
But I'm this Shastack@gmail.com and Shastack on MySpace.
Okay. And mine is
But
Arcie
not at the Air
Cola.
Force. That's not me.
MySpace.com/RC Cola. That's ARCIECOLA.
Have another bar.
You can send us a voicemail at 512-782-HEAT, HEAT.
Cameraman.
Cameraman at cameracola@gmail.com or whatever. What is it? MySpace? MySpace.com/cameracola. P.O. Box 302-102, Austin, Texas 78703. We're on every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock on Channel 16. This has been Cookin Good. In some kind of spinach.
Ooh,
thing.
bacon.
There's a bacony flavor because I used like bacon grease. If I had actual bacon, I would have put it in here.
It's good.
Mm-hmm. Very, very cheesy. Making me have phlegm. Yeah, you could do some damage with that.
I could eat that whole pan.
It's dangerous.
I bet that's how fat people get fat.
Uh-huh.